Hello guys, welcome to Pinnock Smart Home Installation. Today we'll be looking at the solar Wi-Fi floodlight infrared camera system. If you're new to this channel, please to like and subscribe. Also, please to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Please to leave a comment on my photo shoot of these products on my Instagram. Affiliate links are in the description, so please to click to support my channel. Thank you. So on the table we have our solar Wi-Fi infrared floodlight camera. The length is 9 inches in length and 4.5 inches in height. This is the white version, it's the only version. Let us look at each component individually. Let's go. So this is a camera. Let me face it towards us so we can examine the camera properly. Alright, so at the top we have our LED floodlight, these two lights. At the bottom we have our infrared lights. In the middle we have our camera lens. It's a 3 megapixel camera lens. And at the side we just have a logo says solar camera. No special logo. At the top we have our solar. The solar is 5 volts. And at the back we have our Wi-Fi antenna. It's very flexible. You can turn it in any direction that you want it to turn. However, I suggest that you leave the antenna facing up to get better signal. See if I can get a better focus on that. Alright, always leave it up. Alright, this connection that you see is from the solar to the charging station inside the camera. Remember that this camera is battery powered, so we need it to be charged automatically at all times when during the day. The housing is actually aluminum housing, very strong. This light is the device indicator. However, you can turn it off if you don't want it to actually show. At the bottom we have our speaker. We can do communication. For communication, this camera is video and audio recording, and we can do intercom. That means we can actually talk to the person through the camera. So I just take off the rubber door. Let's call it a door. And inside we have some switches and some charging, the charging port. Alright, so the switch, when you leave the switch in the middle, it's in off position. That's the off position of the switch when the switch is in the middle. At the bottom you select, when you bring the switch down, you select infrared mode. When you select the switch at the top, you're selecting floodlight mode. So you have to choose whatever lighting you want to actually work. Inside we have our SD port, we have our charging port, and we have the reset button. So we can reset the camera if it's giving some problem. So we're going to cover the trapdoor. Trapdoor of the camera, and it's actually rubber, so it's waterproof. So that's it. It's a very easy to use camera. Okay guys, this is the app as you can see, and what you're seeing now is the last picture or the last live view that I have viewed. So I am going to, actually the name of the app is To See. If you look on the notification, you can see To See. That's the name of the app. Alright, so we're going into the app. We're already in the app. This is the main menu. So I'm gonna tap the screen to view live. It's connecting. Alright, so we're in live view. This is what I am seeing now. So on the name of the camera is Pinnock, because it's Pinnock Smart Home Installation. You have you have some icons at the top on my right. You have the settings icon and you have a sharing icon. To the left you have live. To the right again you have the data transmission, and you have the signal strength, which is in green, those bars, and you have the battery level. You have volume. You can mute the volume on this camera, solar camera. It has audio and video recording. You have playback. You have sense. You have full screen. You have snapshot. You have speak, and you have record. Now these icons are actually self-explanatory, so I don't really need to go into all of them. But sense, when you click on sense, it gives you options where you can actually turn on the night vision, do backlight compensation. I have highlight compensation, I have motion compensation, I have wide dynamic range. These are so the infrared is where you turn on the infrared light or the floodlight, right? So when you press infrared, you can turn on the infrared or the floodlight. But for you cannot actually turn on each of them. You have independently. You have to actually go to the camera itself, and there's a switch that will tell you if you want the floodlight on when you press infrared on your phone, or you want the infrared on. There's a switch there to switch to select any one of them. You can actually select them on your phone. You have to do that manually on the camera. Alright, so we're going into our settings at the top right corner. Now you have to enter your admin password, administrator password, to get into the camera. I'm going to enter my password right now. And there we go. We're in settings. And as you can see, there are many functions. Well, a couple functions of this camera. Some of them are typically basic, so they are easy to use. For at the top we have ultra low power consumption. Now when you turn on this, it allows the camera to save battery, because remember, it's used solar to charge the battery. It is powered by battery, so you don't want the camera to run heavy and burn out the battery. So you can actually save some power by turning on this feature. You have device indicator light. We know what an indicator light is. You can turn it off or turn it on. So anything that the camera is doing, you have an indicator light tell you what the camera is doing. But sometimes the indicator can be a giveaway to thieves or strangers. Let me go back into that. I hope it's still recording. Let me see if it's still recording. Yes, it's still recording. Alright, so what I was saying is, yes, indicator, device indicator, light indicator. So the indicator can be a giveaway to intruders, so you can turn it off. Night vision, infrared light. Now this, as I said, if you turn this on, you can turn on the infrared or the floodlight. So if you have to go to the camera, as I said before, and actually switch it on. I'll show you a picture of the switch to show you what I'm talking about. So this turn on the infrared or the floodlight. Video length, motion detection, sensitivity. This you can turn up or down the sensitivity of the infrared, the detection, the PR sensor, the PR sensor of the camera. Intercom, volume, this is where you communicate. Um, the speak the camera has a speaker, so you can actually talk from your phone and the person will hear through the speaker on the camera, and the person can talk to the camera and you can hear them through your phone. The next one is anti flicker settings. I'm really not sure what this does. I think it's a frequency thing, since I have 60 hertz and I have a 50 hertz right here. So it has to do with some frequency, maybe the transmission frequency. For example, if the camera is actually itching or chipping out or losing signal, you can actually change the frequency. Or if the camera flickers, as it says. And then you have total storage. This is the total storage on your SD card, available storage, and you have format SD card, and you have device information. And device information tell you the IP address of the camera, certain information. I don't want to pull it up on screen right now because I don't want to give away certain information. So I'm going to go back I'm going to go into playback mode right now. So I select playback, and as you can see, you have your calendar. If I click the calendar, it will show me that I have previous recording. Today is Wednesday, so I have previous recording on Tuesday, which is the 8th. So we can select the year, the month, and the date in our recording if you want to preview existing footage of, or if something happens at home, you can actually review it, and that's very easy. I select it, and that's me again. Alright, I'm not going to show you anymore. Alright, so we're going back. So going back into playback, let's see what happens today. I shift the camera, as you can see, and the length of this recording is 2 minutes, and the other one is actually 2 minutes and 1 second, and it's very easy to use. I like the fact that you can actually turn on the floodlight, and it has audio and video recording. For recording, you can, when you click recording, you can actually record the video from your phone, not the SD card. So if you're viewing your camera and something happens and you want to have a secondary or a backup, you can actually click record, and it record the live stream on your phone, and it saves on your phone when you stop it. You can actually take a photo, a screenshot, and it will save to your phone, and all these video and picture are saved in your gallery on your phone. It's easy to find. Unmute the volume, and you can hear what's going on outside, and you can mute it back. As I said, it's easy to use. Full screen, You turn it like this and you get a full view of the camera when you turn the phone sideways or horizontal. You can get a wide view like that. I don't think there's anything more. Oh yes, speak, you hold down on it and you talk, and the person can hear from outside. You can hold it like this, press it one time and you speak and the person outside can hear you. And when you press it again, it will stop. Very easy to use. It's Chinese made, so you won't expect too much from this, but it's actually usable and practical, especially with the floodlight. The floodlight is really decent. Actually, I love the floodlight. That's the only thing I love about it. The floodlight and the solar, and it's solar powered, and that's very nice. So when electricity is gone, um, the camera still records with its own power, so you never miss a footage or anything that happens at home. Alright, so we're going to view the floodlight at this point. Alright, this is the floodlight mode. There are two ways you can operate the floodlight. Is by manually turning it on or using motion detection. So when somebody pass or anything pass, the motion detection will turn on the light and send notification to your phone. And it's very bright and you can see everything.